Anton, thanks for your time as always. Now, we talk to quite a number of small asset managers on the show regularly, and they talk about how it's quite difficult to make money in this very volatile market as one of the largest asset managers. How has it been for you?
Good evening, Fifi. It's been a tough environment, but I believe we've delivered a good set of results in line with our expectations. And I think, if you look at the 6 months under review, we started the current financial year with negative sentiment. However, given the changes that's taken place, we have seen an increase in confidence, but it really hasn't translated into economic growth yet. On the global side, we've also seen an increase in volatility, mainly due to the geopolitical risk.
Except you're talking about current market conditions presenting compelling opportunities for stock picking. Perhaps you can give us some insights into what opportunities you're seeing there.
So as you know, given our investment approach, we take a bottom-up long-term valuation-driven approach. So what that means is that we will take a long-term view on the stocks that we analyze for potential inclusion in our portfolios, and the inclusion will really be based on the safety margin between the fair value that we arrive at from a process point of view versus what they're trading at the market. And I think during this volatile environment, it really presents us with opportunities both locally and globally to identify those stocks.
But I assume that one of those opportunities would not be a Steinhoff International, as we do understand that Coronation Fund Managers is suing Steinhoff. Could you tell us exactly what are you suing them for?
So at this point in time, we're still busy with or completing our legal due diligence. We have appointed international counsel, and based on this due diligence, we will then be in a position to determine the parties that we will potentially be taking legal action against and the jurisdiction. So at this point in time, we haven't taken any legal action, but we will be taking legal action once this legal due diligence is completed.
And then, Anton, how do you respond to the views of some shareholders and affected persons that as the asset manager, blame should also be taken by you, given that it was your role to essentially make sure that the companies you invest in are up to scratch?
So we rely on a wide range of sources, both direct and indirect, which includes management representations and the audited financial statements to value the companies that we invest in. We obviously, given our investment approach, also have analysts that would analyze a company like Steinhoff. We had no reason to suspect fraud at Steinhoff until the resignation of the CEO and the ensuing forensic investigation. And the financial statements are also issued with unqualified opinions. And we had no reason to believe that they weren't flawed.
And then when will the legal action, or when will you know, when will everything be finalized?
I don't have a time frame at this point in time, Fifi.
Anton, what's your exposure to the Resilient group of properties? Because there are quite a lot of questions around corporate governance happening there, and I know that they've been quite the favorite for many fund managers, given that they were the largest.
We have no exposure to Resilient.
Right. And so lastly, Anton, I must ask you, so you exited Murray & Roberts last year, but you're still quite a significant shareholder in Aveng, and right now we've got quite an interesting takeover bid that is happening there. What are your views on Anton's bid for Murray & Roberts and Murray & Roberts' view, or Murray & Roberts' bid for Aveng?
Fifi, unfortunately, I can't comment on that, and the reason for that is that I need to speak to our investment analyst who deals with that share. I actually have not been spoken to them on that.